How's it gaming? I'm Phil in the Blanks, and welcome to Mega Man for the Game Gear. Which Mega Man? Just Mega Man. A vicious army of robots built by Dr. Wily has overtaken the world. Having a strong sense of justice, Rock volunteered to be converted, I like how they call him Rock and not Mega Man's actual name, into a fighting robot. This is pretty much just the opening to Mega Man 4, some of the opening to Mega Man 4, just this part of it. But this is not Mega Man 4 for the Game Gear. Weirdly enough, it's just Mega Man. Thus, the Super Robot Mega Man was born. Yeah, Mega Man for Game Gear, a really, really weird Mega Man game published by US Gold. You know how great they are. This is a Mega Man game that functionally works very well, made by a team of designers who clearly put zero thought in anything that they did. It's hard to explain, but let's just jump in there, and the first thing you'll see is going to be just weird in general, and that is, you got Stone Man, Napalm Man, Bright Man, and Starman. So you got 3 Mega Man 5 characters and 1 Mega Man 4 character, and Starman's green for some reason. So, yeah, jump in there. That's an awful little song. So yes, this is a weird, kind of like, you know how the Game Boy Mega Man games had like, oh, Mega Man 1 and Mega Man 2 characters, then Mega Man 2 had Mega Man 2 and Mega Man 3. This is sort of the same idea-ish, except as you can see, it's very weirdly done. Why 3 Mega Man 5 characters and only 1 Mega Man 4 characters? It doesn't really matter in the end, but as you can see, if you've ever played Mega Man 5 before, this is the exact same layout to Mega Man 5 for the NES for Starman's level. And that's the thing, this game is almost like a port of levels on a Game Gear screen, and that's bad because Game Gear screens are small, and if you didn't know there were spikes directly below, you'll die! Because, again, they just straight up ported levels from Mega Man 4 and 5 for all, like, 6 or whatever of its levels, 7 of levels, and didn't think at all what having this on a small Game Gear screen would mean. That being said, it plays okay, it looks pretty good, its music is alright, it's Game Gear. But as we continue on, you'll notice the weirdest and dumbest decision. Like there, anyone would jump up there and just kill themselves because they didn't see the spikes on the ceiling. Little things like that. Like, why choose Starman's level when so much of his level design is based on knowing how high to jump or where spikes are, and it's just, ugh. Damn you, I'm not hitting you. There we go. Jeez. Basically, there are far, far too many, just leaps of faith in this game, and that is not something you want in a Mega Man game at all. So thankfully, because I've played Mega Man 4 and 5 so many damn times, I know these levels basically inside out, so it's really not that big a deal. But yeah, it's a weird game. And again, you'll see, like, they just, I don't know what their mission statement was for this. If Capcom was just like, look, here's some levels we want you to port over to Mega Man for the Game Gear. We don't know why it's some 4 and 5. But they just did it, and the first 4 levels aren't too bad because it's like, all right, that makes sense. You choose a level, there you go. Oh yes, the bosses are also way faster in this version of the game than they are in the original games, which is really weird. It makes the bosses a bit harder. Like, we're doing really, really badly right now. Stop following me around, Starman. Stop that, dude. But he also sticks around there for a long time, so should be able to take him out pretty quickly as long as he doesn't hit me every time he launches a. No, we're doing fine. We're doing just great. Damn. Oh yeah, the charging is weird. You get hit, you lose your charge. It takes a second to be able to start charging again. There we go. So here's weird little thing number 1. The music they choose for certain things. Let's listen. That's not the weapon select weapon get music. Here's Dr. Wily's castle. And same with this, like, those aren't fun songs. Why did you choose those ones from the Mega Man universe to put into these areas? Anyways, whatever. Also, all the weapons are, like, I just got Star Crash, so instead I got Crash Weapon, basically. It's really weird. It's not like they didn't have the names of these weapons. They were totally in English in the original version of the game. So why just Crash Weapon? And this one, I think, is just Bright Weapon. It's just really weird. Little things like that. It's like It's like a weird Mega Man game in this strange alternate timeline where Capcom worked with Sega instead and they didn't do a good job. Like, I don't know what it is. It's hard to explain. Let's go up here. We have Rush Coil, of course, and it is the Mega Man 5 Rush Coil. This is absolutely more based on Mega Man 5 than it is Mega Man 4. Now this was a... oh geez. Okay, so Britain made, but I believe this only came out in North America. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure it didn't come out in Japan. It might have come out in Europe. But it's weird. It's such an unnecessary game. One of the things I like the most about the Mega Man World games, or Rockman World games, basically the Mega Man games for the Game Boy, was that even though they do take the Robot Masters from games that we already had, all the levels are unique. Like, they're not just porting over the levels, they are brand new, and then the end, it's always, you go into space and fight Dr. Wily in his space station. Oh, geez, okay, well, that was no fun. Let's use, some Rush Coil here. But in this one, every single level in this game is a ported level. There is no unique original level, and there are no unique original bosses just for this game, making it an extraordinarily dull and boring game if you've already played all the other Mega Man games to death. So if you were one that you had a Game Gear for some reason and an NES, and you got this one, you'd be so disappointed. I mean, maybe not, it was the 90s. Maybe you were just like, oh man, Mega Man on the go, that's what I wanted. But like, I don't know. Hey, Mom, can we have Mega Man 4/5? And then she goes, we have Mega Man 4/5 at home. Except it wouldn't be at home, this is a portable system, so that meme template doesn't really work for this. But yeah, no, I forgot to mention, I was originally going to do this for April Fool's Day. And I'm glad I didn't. Well, two reasons why I didn't. One is because Ollie was born March 25th, so I did not have any time to do anything April Fool's related this year, so I had to move a bunch of stuff over for that. Secondly is because I originally wanted to do this because I did the Mega Man DOS game, and I could have done Mega Man 3 for DOS. I was like, maybe I'll do this one instead. And then I did my little test playthrough, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. It's still a very functional Mega Man game. It's just, as a guy who's played a bajillion Mega Man games, I believe any other Mega Man fan watching this agrees with me, it's just weird. More than it is bad. So I was like, alright, I'm glad I didn't play for April Fool's Day, because it's not funny bad, it's just funny weird. And that's not really what I want to do for April Fool's Day episodes. I want to do like, whoa, like this is bad sort of things. Hello, Bright Man. Also, they appear right in the middle of the playfield. Also, yeah, he just jumps around. It's such a weird thing. He's so fast. Like, geez, so much sugar, right, man? Huzzah, we did it. And that is, I believe it's Bright Weapon. It's not the music, man. It's so weird. Why did you choose it? Yeah, Bright Weapon. Huzzah, I guess. The only ones that actually follow the original, like, weakness kind of table or whatever is Stone Man, because Stone Man is weak to Napalm Man's weapon. The Napalm Bomb, and here it'll just be Bomb Weapon or Napalm Weapon. But yeah, it's so weird to have the ones that they ended up choosing. But, whatever. Ah, jeez. My goodness gracious me. I'm trying to think, which Mega Man 5 bosses were Mega Man 4 for the Game Boy? I don't even remember. Mega Man 5 used the Star Droids. Okay, Mega Man 1, Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge had Mega Man 1 and 2. Mega Man 2, Mega Man 2 and 3. Mega Man 3 had Mega Man 3 and 4. Mega Man 4, what was in it? Charge Man was in it. Friggin' Crystal Man was in it. Stone Man must have been in it. And maybe Napalm Man? Wow. I only played those a few years ago, and I can't believe I don't remember that. That was the one with Ballad, right? Yes, that was the one with Ballad. So yeah, no Mega Man Killer either. Like I said, nothing in this game is unique or original. Just, they literally ported, without question, already created Mega Man stuff, and that's what I think makes it so weird. And right now you're thinking, well, Phil, it's not that weird. You have 4 Robot Masters, whatever. I know I'm kind of hyping it up a little bit. It's when we defeat all 4 Robot Masters is when the game gets like, oh, these morons knew nothing about Mega Man. I almost died right there, jeez. Also, we can't collect the beat letters, which obviously makes sense. Beat is not in this game, I don't think. Pretty sure. It would have been cool to see Tango. But oh well. Oh well. We're almost there. Damn you. Jeez, you're right there. Just right point blank in the head. But like I said, it functions well. It really is only the, like right here, if you don't hold to the left, you're dead. And you would have no idea, because you can't like look up or down in this game. So, little things like that, where I really wish the playthrough would have been like, hey, we need to change a little bit of this because players cannot see up or down. And, like, they must have. Like right here, boink, this one block, but you would never be able to tell. It's things like that where you can tell they either had a strict timeline or just did not care. I think the strict timeline probably makes a little bit more sense. But, hello Napalm Man, nice background of nothing. 3 dots. That's weird. Oh, there we go. There is a background. It's only when I use... That's... Okay, whatever. Anyways, Bright Man's weapon doesn't even stop anything, and you don't get shoot. It just... It's basically, Gravity Man's attack, which is really weird. So, maybe they made... Maybe Bright Man was supposed to be Gravity Man, and that would have been all Mega Man 5 enemies. And they're just like, no, you need to put a Mega Man 4 enemy. I don't know. We got Bomb Weapon. Huzzah. Onward to Stone Man. It's also weird because it uses the 8-bit sprites for everything, but it's slightly better looking. Like, Mega Man has more shading in it. Like, so there's kind of a unique idea, I guess, in that sense, in terms of the graphics. It's just funny because, like, this being a Game Gear game, you'd think it'd just have the NES graphics, but look, no, I guess this had the ability to run more colors than the NES. I mean, the NES was actually fairly limited when it came to color choices. Sprites could only have 4 colors, and even Mega Man kind of broke that rule because his head is a different sprite than the rest of his body. It's why you can have stuff like Peach and White as well on his head. It's, I forget the exact, but you can look it up. It's pretty neat. I like stuff like that. Like, sprites are made up of individual sprites. Like, even Super Mario Brothers. Super Mario, the big one you actually have that after you have a Super Mushroom, is actually, I believe, 8 sprites. I think sprites can only be 8x8 in the original NES. I don't know. Stuff like that is neat. I've always thought, hey, let's make a video game for this old machine. Well, at the time, I guess it would have been the new machine. But there were so many limitations, but because the idea of using the limitations and kind of going around them was just a thing you did with video games, or any programming back then, because we didn't have a bajillion RAMs and kilobytes for everything. Nowadays, I mean, obviously nowadays we still need more processing power, because I mean, a lot of games don't even run at 60 frames per second, despite the fact that we are in an area where machines are more powerful than they ever have been. But like back then, it was like we can only display so many colors, so they did something with that. Like how'd they do Punch-Out? Look how big those sprites are. So it was just a neat idea to really utilize the programming and the architecture of the machine itself, its limitations, to really still do something you wanted to do. I always liked that type of stuff. It's like I used to use RPG Maker a lot back in the 2000s, early 2000s, and we used RPG Maker 2000 a lot, and I was one of those guys, if you were in the RPG Maker 2000 kind of community, where we hated the standard way the battle systems work in that game. So it was very Dragon Quest. You didn't see your character. There was no animation other than like an attack animation, just like, here's the fire, but like, nothing else would move. But I was one of those guys that did a full-on side-view battle system with like an ATB bar and animated graphics, and basically things that like you wouldn't think would be possible with RPG Maker, but I did it anyways. It was fun. Wait, is there not anything over here? Isn't there something over here in the NES version? Huh. Oh, whatever. I mean, all the secrets don't really matter because you can't get the beat letters and whatever. Oh, you don't do the turnaround 3D cool thing from Mega Man 5 either. You're on those turny platforms. Jeez, another friggin' leap of faith. So many leaps of faith in this game. Breaking the rules, man. You're breaking the trust that players have in you. Also, Eddie the Flip Top's not there, so it just gives you a power-up right here. Yeah. Music's okay. The Game Gear doesn't have amazing music. The Master System had some okay bops, but for the most part, I think the NES does win out in the sound department. That's a personal opinion. That's what I think. No holes there, thankfully. Alright. Stone Man. And Stone Man, because he's so much faster, it is actually fairly hard to hurt him. Not that this game is hard. As you can see, this game is functionally very easy. It's really just the bosses. Okay. Okay. No! Get away from me. Almost. There we go. Nice. And we get Stone Man's weapon, which we basically never use. Nothing's weak to it. Ever. This is where the game goes off the rails and is dumb. Now, mind you, I think maybe Starman was weak to it, but we didn't go around that area. Anyways, here's Dr. Cossack's castle. Awesome. Okay, that makes sense, right? Sure. He's Mega Man 4, but sure. So let's go and we'll fight Wave Man. Yup. Here's more Robot Masters, but now in a linear order. That's so odd to me. And despite the fact that we were in a Russian castle in Siberia, here is a water friggin' hydraulic factory plant or whatever. I was gonna say water factory. It's where they make water. But yeah, it's Wave Man stage from Mega Man 5. Even though, again, we were right outside Dr. Cossack's castle, clearly in Russia, in a wintry landscape, and we're about to head outside to go on a jet ski. That's what I mean when they just, oh, this is in Mega Man, put it in. Let's not think about anything that matters as to what context they would have. Do you know what I mean? Imagine you're playing Mario World, and you're on the world map, which is what gives you context of the world. That's why world maps exist. And it goes into Vanilla Dome, which is underground, and the first level was in the sky. Like, that type of non-thought actually quite bugs me. Because, like, it doesn't take a lot of thought to get that stuff right. It takes a lot of ignorance to get that stuff incorrect. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I guess you have the mountains back there, so I guess you could say, oh, there it is. But, like, the route was clearly going inside of a castle. Anyways, I'm literally complaining about nothing. And I think that's why I didn't do this game I'm glad I didn't do it for April Fool's Day. Because it's, again, less weird, stupid, or silly. It's weird. Phil's gonna complain about something that no one else actually cares about. Only Phil cares about this type of stuff. But to me, it's just that odd. It makes this such a weird, unique case. I want to see the minds of the people programming in England. Be like, we don't care. Look at the little squid guy. He's a lot smaller in this version, though. They did a good job. That sprite looks fantastic. He's a lot smaller. He's very cute. It's pocket-sized. Like this game. It actually translates to a very small sprite very well, actually. There we go. Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. It is nice that they kept the little jet ski part in there, because that's a fun, unique part of Mega Man 5 that, like, it's the only, I think it's the only vehicle segment in any of the original Mega Man 1 through 6 for the NES. Pretty sure. Can't think of anything else. That's why, like, Armored Armadillo stage stands out so much to me in Mega Man X. You got a little rail car kind of thing. Alright, time to fight Wave Man. Guess what Wave Man's weakness is? Did you say no weakness whatsoever? You'd be correct. Wave Man does not have a weakness. Again, a very simple thing about Mega Man games is bosses have weaknesses to the weapons that you get. But nope, he's only weak to the Mega Buster, which is so dumb. So dumb. Also a little thing, I actually think that makes more sense. In the NES version, the little spout that pops up will actually never hit Mega Man. If you stand still, that thing won't hit you. Obviously the harpoon will. But this version of the game actually goes right for you, so Wave Man's technically harder in this game. I'm gonna die. Oof, that was actually quite close. Okay, cool. And of course that means we get Wave Weapon, which was originally in Mega Man 5 Starman's weapon weakness. I don't know if it is in this game. Maybe you could probably hack it and give yourself all the weapons to see what everyone's weak against. But you're like, well, okay, well, the Wave Weapon is clearly going to be the weakness to whatever's next, right? Sure. And who is next? Why, it's Toadman. Because we're going through this Russian castle. Let's go through the sewers. And why are they both water elemental? It's I'm racking my skull with, like, why? And again, no one else cares but me. This is a Phil is annoyed at a thing and is hyper-focusing on how dumb it is, and no one else in the world cares. It is uncomfortable for me, just knowing how odd the decisions are in this game. But yeah, like, to play it just for fun, yeah, dude, it works. It's fun. It's Mega Man. I'd really rather play this than Mega Man for DOS. I mean, yeah, obviously. Still waiting on Sequel Wars Episode Blue. Last year we did... Sequel Wars is a fan project that is redoing Mega Man 4, 5, and 6 for the Sega Genesis, as if there was a sequel to Mega Man Wily Wars. So they called it Mega Man Sequel Wars, and early last year, they released Mega Man 4, which they called Episode Red, which was really cute because it's all about Dr. Cossack and Russia, and that's a really neat idea. And Episode 5, which is all about Proto Man, or as he's known in Japan, Blues, is Episode Blue. On April 2nd, funnily enough, we're talking about April Fools, they released a full-fledged trailer, and then it said coming soon, and that was obviously like 6 months ago now, almost, at this point. So, it's clearly taking them longer than we'd like. Because I was going to be at that point where, like, we're dropping everything we're doing, we're playing that when we can. I'm still kind of in that mode. Next year, I've got a big year, though. So if we start playing Ocarina of Time, and, like, we're 2 episodes in, and they drop Mega Man Sequel Wars, I'm not playing that until we're done Ocarina of Time. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, no, I was just joking. Toadman is weak to wave weapon, which makes no sense, because this Toad is weak to water. Okay. Man, the upper part of the screen really messes up a lot when you fight. There we go. And we get Toad Weapon, or Flush Weapon, Rain Weapon. And there are no bosses that are weak to this. In fact, there are barely any enemies left in the game to use Rain Weapon. Now, okay. Oh, we got Dr. Wily's area! Okay, we're moving on. This is Mega Man 5's Dr. Wily level. No, sorry, Mega Man 4's. And it's Quickman's level. Sure. It's not Quickman's music. At all. Let's use Rain Weapon. Bam. There we go. One of the very few enemies in this game that will take damage from it. Oh, it is Quickman's level music. So this is kind of weird. These, the quick lasers won't kill you if the flashing part at the beginning hits you, but if the beam itself hits you, that'll kill you. Or maybe the other way around, I'm not trying to find out. But yeah, no, I just like to use Rain Flush here. That way I don't have to aim for anything. And there's enough of the weapon for me to just move on. And because we have the sliding technique, which we did not have in the original game, this actually is pretty easy if you already know what to do. But this is very difficult if you've never played it. This is on a Game Gear tiny screen. So mean of them. Oh, geez, you're gonna hit me. You're gonna hit me. No, Flash does not stop anything. Lame. But yeah, as you can see, it did not hurt me, or kill me. It barely hurt me. There we go. And anything else? I thought that might be it. No, yeah, the giant hopping mech enemies are not there. So what do we get instead? We get... Oh, nothing. End of the level. Kind of. I guess we got teleported. Music's good here. And now we fight this one guy. Going to Dr. Wily. I'm okay that they don't do the fight everything over again, but here's Dr. Wily. He's kind of fat in this one. The donut's a little much. And you can't use Rain Flush on him. That's okay. He's actually not very difficult. He's fairly standard here. And, you know, by the way, we are at the end of the game. It's that short. I'm okay with that. I think the portable Mega Man games should be somewhat short, so. But how weird, eh? 6 Robot Masters, 2 of which are fought in Dr. Cossack's level. So really, there's only 7 levels in this game. It's super weird. Making it one of the shortest games. Though, I mean, Mega Man and Dr. Wily's Revenge really only had only had 6 levels, so it's 1 level shorter. But you had 4 bosses in one of the levels. 5 bosses because of Anchor as well, jeez. Almost there. Ah, that knocked me down. I don't think that counted. Ah, dang. Well, then we got those, mega cans or whatever. Tanks? Mega tanks? Energy tanks. E-tanks? E-cans? Japan, they call them E-cans. We call them E-tanks here. I don't know why. Damn you. Ah, poop. Oh, got him. Almost there. One more Mega Buster shot, then a regular shot should be able to take him out. Oh, not if you're up there, you jerk. Oh no, 2 Mega Buster shots enough. I mean, I guess I could use Rush Coil, I just don't wanna. No. I try to go underneath him when he disappears because he usually doesn't appear right there again, but I've been making that mistake. Oh, one more. Oh, Mega Buster just 4 HP. Weird. So what happens now? We have the little animation where you win? No, you get the absorb Dr. Wily's power. Because apparently we've murdered him. And we've explored Dr. Cossack's level, even though we were not in Dr. Cossack's castle. And then we get fireworks. Mission perfect. And we got the Dr. Cossack music. Come on, give me my fireworks. I earned them. There we go. That is Mega Man for Game Gear. That's weird. Michael Hart, you probably did the best job. The program was really good. Actually, the graphics were really good too. Go Paul Gregory. But like the design, what was with this game? So weird. Also, it's extraordinarily expensive. This is a very expensive Mega Man game. So yeah. Thank you for joining me for what was going to be my April Fool's Day Let's Play, but then I'm glad I just kind of did it. We're about to start Final Fantasy tomorrow, I guess, so I wanted kind of just something in between Learn to Kaizo and Final Fantasy, and I thought this would be a fun one. Quality Assurance Technicians, look how many there are! You did a bad job, guys! Whatever. I'm just so like, butthurt about the dumb decisions in this game. Special thanks to Valerie and Capcom. Yay. A weird ending, too. Like, I guess we killed Dr. Wily. That's it. Hey, there we go. There he is. He's not dead. Thank you for playing. No problem. I guess thank you for making this. Whatever this is. Capcom, put this and the Game Boy Mega Man games onto a collection. I'm Fill in the Blanks. See you next level. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this episode, click that subscribe button and hit the bell icon to know when the next episode is up. If you want to support my channel, share some videos with some friends and consider supporting me on Patreon.